I'm just actually looking at, I'm looking at another, Channel 3 or weather station or whatever. And, I don't know what it is with the, Phoenix, but these people are like, oh, look at Chicago. They're in the single digits. I know they're angry. Nobody's angry there. That is a way of life that people have lived in as long as your grandparents and your parents have lived in places that they were born in and never ventured out to live anywhere else for 10 years. They were born there and they died there. A lot of people want traveled 8,000 miles from the point that they were born on this earth, and they never ever went anywhere else. So when you say, and I don't know if you're saying it in a joking way, I don't know if you're saying it as far as you want these people to be tourists in your city, but you really don't want them to stay. You'll take their money and you'll put up with them as tourists and snowbirds. And that title or label is a hell of a label, but you act like people from Wisconsin, Michigan, New York, Boston, those colder states, like they're angry when they look up and see that it is warmer somewhere else. Well, when we look at Western pictures of John Wayne and the desert and Tombstone and Bat Masterson and different Doc Holliday and stuff. Well, yes, we think about places like this, but these are places that we can't put up with year round. I noticed that being here for just 7 years, my blood has got thinner. I drink more water than I need to drink. If I was there in Chicago, the water is better. It's tucking from such an enormous lake. This water here is really harsh and hard, and you find people going to dispensaries. It is a lot of things that we have lived in those colder states for all of our life, and we're hardened and really amazing people. We can take more than you can take as far as the elements, because we have 4 seasons. But I don't know if you can say that we're angry. Why would we be angry? Even if we save up to go on vacation, whether it's a cruise, whether it's to go to Las Vegas, whether it's to come to Phoenix, it is only for a short time, and we get back to our own environment, our own habitat, and we're happy with it. Just like you're happy with being here. And maybe you have adapted to being here by staying in the house more than what we would in Chicago, New York, Boston, LA, or whatever. We tend to go out in different seasons. Summer, we try to live summer to the fullest because it doesn't last long. Wintertime, we try to enjoy winter to the fullest, with the decorations and the different places of skiing and doing different things and ice fishing and whatever. We try to enjoy it to the fullest. Spring, we try to enjoy it to the fullest with all the beautiful trees and colors and purple and red and green and orange and white roses and all that stuff. We try to enjoy that to the fullest. Fall, we know it's time to get ready to get our cars winterized and buy our nice furs and clothes and stuff. We live that to the fullest. When you have an environment that never changes, not as much as a place that has 4 seasons, you become lazy in a way. You become a homebody, but we don't sit here and say, "Damn, I know y'all mad that y'all ain't seen no snow," or stuff like that. People are born in different parts of the world, and just like Sweden and Germany and different things, they have seen things that we haven't seen. They enjoy different parts of the year that we don't know nothing about. On those cruises, Hawaii, they've seen volcanoes erupt over and over, and they're used to it, and that's something that lights up your imagination, and you can only appreciate it a small bit at a time. When you sit somewhere and nothing ever changes, things become boring. So why should we be mad at you for your weather being always the same? We can rely on coming out of that brutal cold weather, but for the most part, we enjoy it. It fortifies us in many ways, not just many ways. It makes us some men. It makes us not ask for a GoFund for every little bump in the road. It asks us not to do that. We struggle to take a battery out of a car. It takes 3 hours in sub-zero weather, but when we get it done, we feel like we have accomplished something. We don't ask for GoFunds and surprise squads. You limit yourself to what you could have been. Up here, I kind of took it that since it's a desert environment, that people are supposed to help people, but it has got too pitiful for me to justify a lot of stuff where people have little bumps in the road and they need a GoFund, or they need this, or they need that. You know, it almost made me think that when you seen us come from these cities with money that we saved up all winter or all summer, worked our ass off just to come up here to gamble, or just to come up here to sit in the sun for a short period of time, that you wanted to be on vacation for the rest of your life. You wanted us to come up here so you wouldn't have to work for the rest of your life. And when you see people come up here with a lot of money from other cities and retire in your town and live like kings, that's what you wanted to do. So why should we be angry over our temperature being cold when it's supposed to be cold? And why should you be bragging? You're not going to get any more people to say Fuck Chicago, I'm coming up here to live. And it is just like that with those fires. I heard a lady talk about California people like they were dogs. And how could they live in California with the cost of living being in the way it is? Those people are really talented for one. They're entrepreneurs for another. And they do what the hell they want to do, live like they want to live, and they don't ask nobody for nothing. Look at Phoenix. I never heard about fundraising, GoFunds. The last time I heard about one was Jerry Lewis, Dean Martin, Bob Hope, Danny Thomas asking for fundraising for shit that I see that people are still benefiting to this day. $3 billion stolen from the snowbirds, and Governor Ducey talking about a land trust. That type of bullshit. And so why should we, if anything, be angry at temperature? You know, you're not going to get anybody else to come and settle in this town to be fucked because they live in a colder place. They were meant to live there. They have been living there. They have been surviving there. They have been doing just fine. And when they come to your city, believe me, after all the shit that they go through, after all the bullshit that y'all pull on people, they don't want to stay here. Shit, this is just something, it is nice to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there type shit. So I don't know why. And this is not, 15 did it today. Channel 15 did it today. And every time the winter comes, y'all say that same shit. Oh, I know such and such is mad. I know they kicking themselves in the ass. That fortifies us to not ask for every little bullshit GoFund and all that bullshit that y'all ask for. But y'all have got lackadaisy, lazy, trifling motherfuckers that want to ask everybody for a fundraising over and over. Over and over. I've seen police, y'all ask for fundraising for the family of the police, and I think you get a percentage for it. Over and over. That guy, that black guy that shot the police, y'all asked for 2 fundraisings for him. Why is it not that the company that they work for, the prison that they work for, the police department that they work for can't fund them theirself? It's bullshit. And y'all have got like that. Just lazy, trifling. You know, everybody owe you something. You know, and that's why these, up to the privatized prisons that y'all open, up to the bullshit charges y'all put people in jail for, especially from out of town. Nobody wants to come here and live. Nobody's mad about, it's a lot of places warmer than this. You know, I get tired of hearing that shit, man. So we don't ask people for fundraising in places like that. And you check for yourself. It ain't just me talking. Ask other cities and see if you get a fundraising in New York. They'll tell you if you don't hit the ground running, you better get the hell out of here. Thank you.